With the expectation of American Airlines becoming a transfer partner of Citi and the incredible value that's possible when redeeming American Airlines miles, if and when that happens, will Citi become the most sought-after credit card issuer? Well, let's find out. Now, I've held status for nearly a decade with American, consistently hitting Platinum Pro status or higher. I've redeemed millions of miles, and I'm pretty well versed in all things American Airlines and their ecosystem. So if you like the way I think about all this, make sure you check out my All Things American Airlines playlist or my other videos, and make sure you comment down below. Let me know whether you agree or disagree. So in this video, I'll explain how Citi may become the hottest lineup of cards, and stick around until the end. I'll show you why you really want to consider Citi's lineup and the power of their earning multipliers for your everyday spend, even before the potential increase in value that they could gain overnight, adding one transfer partner. Now, Citi overall has a number of co-branded cards, but ironically, the only travel-related co-branded card is with American Airlines. And you may think this could potentially create some sort of conflict if American Airlines is added as a transfer partner with Citi. But if you think about American Express controlling the Delta co-branded cards, and Delta also being a transfer partner of American Express membership rewards earning cards, and Chase having the co-branded Southwest and United Airlines cards, with Southwest and United also being transfer partners of the Chase Ultimate Rewards earning cards. So personally, I feel like this sets up really nicely for Citi, and I want to dig in and review the Citi ThankYou Point earning card lineup. Now, this lineup could become more valuable than some of the competing setups like the Chase Trifecta, which includes the Freedom Flex, Freedom Unlimited, and the Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, and more on this shortly, or American Express with the duo of the Gold and the Platinum, Capital One with the duo of the Venture X and the Saver Rewards, or even the Wells Trio with the Autograph Journey, Attune, and Wells Active Cash. Now, those setups, they're all legit in their own right. They all have transfer partners, dynamic currencies, and ways to point stack. So they check a lot of boxes. And if you include the Blue Business Plus with that Amex duo, I'd say that lineup now earns the best and has the most potential. With the available transfer partners of American Express today, Rakuten, point stacking, everything that's possible. But that American Express setup has north of $1,000 annual fee, tons to think about in terms of different credits to use, certainly not a set it and forget it setup, which is why many would argue that Chase has the best trio, as you can complete the setup for a total in $95 worth of annual fees, plus no real credits to think about or fuss with. And since just about everyone that uses Hyatt, Chase's transfer partners, gets around 1.5 to 2.5 cents per point in value from their Ultimate Rewards points, everyone just seems to love that ease of value from Chase. And look, I certainly fall in that category. Typically, my use case for Chase points is to transfer out to Hyatt as well. But I'm still not convinced that Chase is the best or has the best overall transfer partner list. Plus, with their cards, there's some major gaps with the earning multipliers, and I'll get to more of this shortly when I compare Chase and Citi. And the Chase cards, they could use a bit of a refresh. Looks like that may be happening with the Sapphire Reserve with all the news breaking, but nothing yet with the Freedom Flex or the Freedom Unlimited. So if Citi were to add American Airlines as a transfer partner, considering how valuable American Airlines miles can be, the ease of getting north of 2 cents per points with domestic redemptions, they could very well jump to the top of the list. And this is in terms of overall currency value and strength of transfer partners. After all, they do match the strengths of many of their competitors. They have a dynamic currency that can be used in multiple ways. Option one is to redeem for cashback, but these cashback rates are subpar, and there was recently a devaluation with the Strata Premier only earning 0.75 cents per point with the cashback rate, and it also appears that the rate may vary from card to card. But even if the cash rate was 1 cent per point, if your plan is to simply cash out points, better cards from better ecosystems exist in my opinion. Now, you can also redeem ThankYou Points for gift cards and a few other options that are at or under 1 cent per point, and you also get 1 cent per point in value when you redeem for any type of travel in the Citi Travel portal. But that's not my game. I'm looking for max value. And these Citi ThankYou Points, well, they come to life and start to deliver that value once you add their anchor travel card. And you could turn that subpar 1 cent per point or less of value of your hard-earned points into a general travel currency that can be used to transfer out to any of Citi's current 14 airline or 4 hotel transfer partners. Now, this can get you tremendous upside, potentially doubling or tripling the value of those points. Now, the downside with Citi and their transfer partners as of now is they're heavily geared towards international travel, similar to American Express. But American Express at least has a few well-known hotel brands as transfer partners. No offense to Choice or Wyndham, two of the hotel partners of Citi. There's probably some nice properties and great redemptions to be had, just not something that I have experience with. Regardless, Citi has one of the best travel rewards credit cards in the Citi Strata Premier. And when I talk about these cards and I make these comparisons, I want you to envision American Airlines as a transfer partner of Citi. Now, I constantly find 2 to 4 Semper Point redemptions on American Airlines flights for domestic travel, something you won't find with Delta, Southwest, or United. Now, what that means is many of these earning categories that I talk about, multiply that by 2 to 4 times. And American Airlines would not be the only valuable transfer partner of Citi. There's some other good airline transfer partners with good to great upside: Turkish Miles and Smiles, Qantas, and Avianca Life Miles, to name a few. So the Strata Premier competes directly with the Wells Autograph Journey and the Chase Sapphire Preferred, given they all have that $95 annual fee, similar earning capabilities, and they all unlock the transfer partner access. But the Strata Premier does earn a bit better in more categories than the Chase Sapphire Preferred, given that you'll earn 3 points per dollar spent on airfare and hotels, both booked direct. And on top of that, travel agencies as well with that 3x category, whereas the Chase Sapphire Preferred only earns 2x on all things travel. And with the other strength and earning categories, the Strata Premier does earn 3 points per dollar with restaurants, grocery stores, gas, and EV charging, both in the US and abroad. The Sapphire Preferred does have some earning strengths, earning 3 points per dollar with your restaurants, your streaming services, and your online grocery spend. Now, there's some easy ways around that online grocery spend. You can link your Sapphire Preferred to your grocery store app. Like for me, I use the Publix app. I pay with the app in store, and it does code as online groceries with my Sapphire Preferred. But if you don't want to mess with all of that, the Strata Premier is more straightforward. It's good for online and in-store grocery purchases. Plus, the gas and EV charging at 3 points per dollar is a nice bonus. And although the Wells Autograph Journey might be the most underrated travel credit card, considering the earning multipliers, 5 points per dollar for hotel purchases direct, 4 points per dollar on airfare direct, 3 points per dollar on other travel, and 3 points per dollar at restaurants, it does fall short. No elevated earning category for gas or EV charging, and nothing in the grocery category, which is a huge downfall with the Wells cards. There is no strong grocery earning card. Plus, Wells Fargo is really lacking with the transfer partners still, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons that Wells doesn't come up in direct competition with Chase, American Express, Capital One, and Citi more often. Now, every one of those banks that I just mentioned does have a strong catch-all card, which is really meant for the everything else spending category. Or for those who just want very few cards and simplicity, Chase is the only one without a 2 point per dollar earning catch-all card, with the Freedom Unlimited earning 1.5 times per dollar spent. Now, Citi, on the other hand, definitely meets the need with the Citi Double Cash that earns 2 points per dollar on all spending. And I did recently add the Citi Double Cash to my setup, my first Citi ThankYou Point earning card. I'm a bit late to the game with Citi, but excited to build out this setup. Now, in addition to the catch-all card, Chase and Citi are the only ones that have a card that earns 5 points per dollar on any non-travel related categories. And this is aside from Discover, but they aren't even worth mentioning here. Now, Chase's card, the Freedom Flex, requires activation each quarter to earn the 5x on the specific named rotating quarterly categories, up to $1,500 in spend for the quarter, which from my experience, this can be a bit difficult to track when you're getting close to that $1,500 in spend. Citi and the Citi Custom Cash allows 5 points per dollar on your top spending eligible category each month, up to $500 in spend. There's 10 eligible categories, which you can see here on the screen. A few notable ones: grocery stores, gyms, home improvement stores, and live entertainment. There's a lot of similarities between the Citi Custom Cash and the Chase Freedom Flex. One has rotating quarterly categories, one essentially has rotating monthly categories. What I do like about the Citi Custom Cash and the flexibility there, if 1 month heading into the summer, you need to buy a new lawnmower, rest assured that you're going to get 5 points per dollar at home improvement stores. And then the next month, that may change where you're going on a road trip and you need to spend more at gas stations or for EV charging. With both the Freedom Flex and the Citi Custom Cash, there are ways that you can have multiple of those cards to really optimize your spending overall. Comment down below with any experiences you have around this or if you have any questions. So this combination from Citi could really knock out all of your top spending categories. But let's take a look at a head-to-head comparison. And this is not factoring in any travel portals or any card-specific offers. And this is based on $60,000 in total annual spend, which is basically what it feels like I spend at the grocery store each year. Definitely nowhere near that. But let's take a look at this across 8 specific categories, those being groceries, dining, gyms, gas or EV charging, power and utilities, the catch-all category, airfare, and hotels. Now, you definitely need to plug in your specific numbers and have a good understanding of your top spend categories. The more aware you are here, the better you'll be at overall optimization. And all of this will lead to a better understanding of where you can apply spending on new card welcome offers so that you can continue to maximize your top earning categories with cards that earn 5x and apply the new card spend on the lower earning categories or big purchases, whatever makes sense for you. So factoring in those 8 categories between the trifecta from Citi and from Chase, same annual fee of $95 from both setups. And with the Chase setup, I did apply a 5x quarterly category from the Freedom Flex across 4 different categories based on recent history. And you could make arguments across the spending categories and ways to earn slightly better, but this is a straightforward example how most people would look to use these cards. Again, $60,000 in total spend. Now from Chase, you'd earn just over 139,000 points or around 2.32 points per dollar spent. And from Citi, you'd earn 165,000 points or around 2.75 points per dollar spent. A few notable items here: having a slightly better catch-all card, plus earning a point per dollar better in the travel-related spend. This can really add up over time. And for someone like me that spends around $500 a month in family gym memberships, that 5x on the Citi Custom Cash is a nice bonus. But again, this is all about awareness and optimizing from there. Now, if you want to see the top credit card mistakes and how to avoid them, check out this video here. Or for my All Things American Airlines playlist, check out this video here, and I'll see you there. Cheers.